Well, good morning. Oops. Good morning, good morning, good morning. You know I like doing things in threes, but anyway. I'm Ros Boundy, Psychic Medium, bringing you the daily Lenormand card spread reading. And it's a cool morning this morning. It is seeming to be overcast. Mini weather report there, as you may have seen from that initial opening scene as the timer was going down. You may not have seen it. Welcome aboard in replay or in live. Thank you for being here. I'm going to go over to the cards now. It is the first full morning of daylight saving conversion where, oh gosh, I didn't wake up very well in time, but that's okay. We're here. Things being that 1 hour early does put things out of whack for a little bit. And so over the next week, it might be that there is a bit of around the timeline of when I start, but we still get here at some point in time. Okay, let's go over to the cards. Tune into your psychic senses and get ready for what the messages might be. Okay, now here we have the cards. Because it is a Monday, even though it's a public holiday here in South Australia, it is a Monday. A Monday I go back to the Gilded Reverie Lenormand that Chira Marchetti has created. This deck's beautiful. I use the expanded edition, so we haven't got any cards past the 36, so we're not using any of the extras. So here we have the coffin in the home space. The young man is the theme of the day, and we have the moon being that is in the workspace. Now we have the owl. Thank you for that little emoji. I did just see that. And good morning, Shaz. Good morning to all from Shaz as well. And you're about to rise and shine, which means obviously you're still in bed. You can tell I'm not, but that's good. Let's go zooming into the cards. As soon as I've done the owl card, I got distracted with the comment, but that's okay. The owl card is being unique is better than being perfect. And that's where I think being unique, being imperfect is the perfection. So we have that wonderful connection with the wholeness of who we are in all its forms. So it is better than being perfect. We're unique. Love it, love it, love it with our owl. Now let's zoom into the cards. Here we go. Just a slight adjustment there. And good morning from Michaela before we get into the actual reading of the cards. And that's a good one, Michaela. I like that. I'm not up yet either. Lots of laughs. It would have been lovely to have laid in a bit longer in the bed, but look, there's things to do, always things to do. And I'm not one for slouching in bed for too long unless I'm sick, pretty much. Once I'm awake, I like to be up and about, really. So here we are for the reading. It is the man, the young man, who is here in our theme for the day today. So it's bringing in that is the masculine. So feel that energy within yourself as well as you're moving about the day, whether you're a woman or a man. It's really contemplating that is more practical. That is that solid strength of getting things done. I always feel like it's more the getting things done, not negating the fact that women do too, but it's got that different energy about it. It has that feels like it's a bit more muscle to it, determination and, like hunter-gatherer, that balance that we have in what the old ways of doing, of living would have been. That it was the mother, the woman nurturing the home space and looking after that was babes. And, that the children, I suppose, it was that the man would go out to hunt and provide the food that was going to be the main sustenance and protein, I suppose. We can only imagine that because we haven't lived in those times in our living memory. We certainly have in our past lives. All of this is what we're going to be contemplating today as part of that theme of the day. It is the wholeness of what has been passed in that is history. And I wish to be able to say that we learn from history, but it doesn't always show up in the evidence of what's happening in the world around us. So take time to contemplate that has passed, that is our learning tools, the history that we have in our knowledge banks of libraries and the rest, yes. That feeling of the flow of our genetics that's brought to us, those types of memories, and the wholeness of all things that we have experienced when we really sit to think about it and feel into what has been and where we are present right now to what we're going to do near the future. You know, we can only do the near future really because we don't know what the fullness of the full, what is coming. We don't know in actuality, but we can create that. Contemplate that too. What have we created from those dreams and things that we've put in our thoughts? More to think about, isn't it? So it is a bit of a day of thinking, but in that more masculine, practical way. Okay, and we've got Keza here now as well. Good morning to you, Keza. Lovely to see you here. And Fiona is sharing a good morning, girly, and to all around. And I do see the numbers there already calculated. Thank you so much, Fiona. You know, I appreciate that. I do need to go back and relearn a little more about the numerology because a 6 is definitely past the hump of the numbers. I do know that it starts from the naught, obviously, and goes through to the 9. But really, numerology, you don't get a naught. Naught is that is the all possibilities of what might be. That's how I see it anyway, because it's got a nothing in it. It is a nothing, you know. Anyway, let's go to the coffin card now that's in our home space. Well, public holiday and the rest, we might be able to take advantage of that little extra day to do a bit more cleaning, or to have that rest to say goodbye to stuff that we are grieving, or even people that we're grieving, those who are missing in our lives, who have already taken that journey to the other side. It's time for the breath. See the breath that Anubis has sent off the spirit to the next world, to its next life, where it's quite veiled in that spirit realm, isn't it? You can see that's the smokiness, the smoky effect, even though it's not smoke, spirit, all of that. It's got that sense of ethereal and readiness to move on. So I think what we're doing is shifting stuff out that we don't need anymore and allowing that cleansing to happen so that we've got room for what is next in our home space. It could be that you're ready to do another good spring clean or something like that. Or it could be that you're just wanting to contemplate what is it that you're needing. See, the young man is looking in this direction, so to speak, as we see it as a plain line of thought here. Clearing out those things you haven't used for a long time, and boxes that you might need to unpack. This is a message to me. Boxes I might need to start unpacking in a carport and really getting rid of stuff that I haven't seen or used for possibly 10 years, not just 2, 4 since I've been back here. Wow, after going back to Meningi, all that sort of stuff. We're shifting stuff. We're allowing things to really be as they have been, but it's time to move on. It is as if the death of these things in our usage is getting them recycled elsewhere. Or we are really sending off someone to be going home to that next life, to the other side, in whatever way you have your beliefs, okay? So that might be what we're looking at today with the home space. And I've just noticed some more comments here. Summer, good morning to you. Or well, it could be a good evening to you. I don't know where you are. You're a new name from what I remember. So welcome. And whoopsie, look at this. Fiona's got the first lot wrong, so it's actually a 4 with all the numbers. And sorry, no need to be sorry. The 6 was meant to come up as it was needed to, because what you've done is 8, 28 and 32 however that works out. If you needed to and wanted to, you can also use the 9. The ace would count as a 1 and the 8 if you wanted to do those ones in with it, or you don't even need to include the ace. It's whatever you see in the new numbers, how you combine those as to what it might mean for you as well, okay? Now, here we go. We've got 32, the moon, and summer. You're from North Carolina, so it's afternoon there. Oh, wow. That was an area that was hit by a lot of the hurricanes, wasn't it? I've got some friends who are over there as well. So, wow. I hope you moved through all of that well. And if you haven't, hearts and hugs to you and those nearby. It's very hard sometimes to understand how horrendous that experience might be. Now, with the moon. Yes, ma'am, it was. Yeah. Great. Yeah. I hope you're safe. That's all. And others around you. Now, with the moon in the workspace is really shining a light on what is more the cyclical nature of what we're doing. Things do go round, come round, go round, come round. It's like it is as that moon orbits Earth type of thing. We do get that repeat. It's not saying it's going to repeat exactly, because nothing ever does. What it is that we are going to experience some similar cycles, repeats, deja vu, that type of thing in our work, which is good because that repetition can actually improve performance and bring us into that space where we can feel a lot more confident in how we're doing what we do and the nature of what we're moving into with how we're experiencing our work space, as well as the people within that workspace. So there we go. Now, summer, you're wondering if you have a reading. Now, this one is a general card spread reading. So whatever it is that you have as a question in your mind or your heart, take these 3 cards and feel into it, what they're saying to you as far as your day today goes. I'll read these every morning, so you can come back again around the same time this afternoon, in your afternoon, and I should be here again around that same time. I expect to be, probably a little earlier, because I do volunteering days on Tuesdays and Wednesdays, which you're in your Sunday still, so it can be a bit confusing. Yes, I've got things tomorrow and the next day that I do these a little earlier. So, yes, take from it what you need as far as how you're understanding these. There is definitely a clearing of things that are in the home space. So if it's to do with home space, your question, then you'd take this as being a good clearing and cleansing. And yes, there may be people who have died in those hurricanes. I don't watch the news, so I don't know details. So it could be that there's things that really have needed to be grieved in this process, and that's part of what this meaning could be for you. So, horrendous situations. It does even out in how our cycles of life go through in the workspace as well. So really bring that light. Some of the stuff that you haven't done for a while might be resurfacing to be revisited, to churn through. Now, that could be just plainly the end of month process that you might do. You're clearing, you're writing out the invoices or processing invoices, not too many handwritten ones these days, sending off statements, gathering in from that process that you might be today, just gathering in monies that have been slow to be collected. Not too many actually even offer a 30-day account anymore. It's more 14 days or 7 days. It's whatever your cycle is and bringing it round. So it's what's going around is coming around back again to be revisited, more so from things that you don't do as often, is what I'm sensing with this in your workspace today, if you do have a work day. So really spend some time today, though, contemplating what we've had before and where we are at now, because I do feel that that's part of what the man is as our theme for the day today, is that really checking in with part of that that's been our common or our habit or, that type of thing. And really, do we need it anymore? And move it on. If not, otherwise we're going to rinse and repeat a little bit until that's done. Okay, so that's what I'm feeling from all of these this morning. So, and then we have, just checking on the comments again. So add a and it's a 5, yeah. So adding the ace as a 1 makes it the 5 for that is the numerology back here of the 4. And I'll pop that up quickly. So there we go. Now we've got favourable wind is saying to Fiona a hello. And Fiona is replying. So that's saying a hi there. Now I would hope that all things are good in everybody's world now. Having a wonderful, day or afternoon or evening, morning, wherever you are. So, yes, that's all the comments that I can see. So I was just double checking that. Yeah, mine does wander off when you're trying to do something that's extra to what is the flow of the process, like presenting here. I do find that the further along in my maturing that multitasking is not the easiest thing to do, because really our purpose is to be mindful, yes, but not being able to put our mind to everything all at once. Have that sense of being able to concentrate on what you're needing to be doing as and when you're doing it. Whether it's in those little moments of being present in every moment, or whether it is a concept of multitasking that really isn't. You're just switching your brain patterns so quickly that we don't really obviously know where we're at, what we're doing. We just think we're multitasking. So there you go. Keza, thank you from you to have a beautiful day to everyone. So thank you for that blessing there, Keza. And cheers from Sharon. And a thank you from Summer. Thank you so much. And Fiona, so good to catch up with me early this morning for our Monday. Absolutely, and thank you for your energy. Thank you so much. And I'm off to go and have some breakfast and keep moving ahead for the day. I hope you have a wonderful and blessed day. Keep being the best you that you can be, and I'll see you tomorrow a bit earlier. Namaste.